A Battle Bill here with another video, and today we're getting another set from the Twitch stream. This was not because of a bit goal being hit. This was actually just because I want to really share the battles with Twitch stream and also put out the YouTube content, so I'm trying to juggle both as best as I can on top of just being efficient with getting my content out. But your boy has actually been using a specific spice Pokemon pretty consistently in Go Battle League to start the season. So after that Shadow Armaldo set, I've done all my sets with a specific team that's on screen. That consists of Dugong lead, Defenseox's Save Swap, and then the spice of Drapion as the closer. And outside of that Shadow Armaldo set you saw on YouTube, I've used this team for every set since then. I'm currently 37 and 50. And if you can see on screen, today's battles on stream have gone fairly well with this team. Now, have we run into some crazy matchups because we're still like doing rank 7 battles? Of course. So I don't know how much I necessarily recommend this team yet. Still going through the process of testing it out. But I'm trying to look for some hidden gems, and it's really hard to find any these days because everybody's doing such an amazing job covering content, and all the good spice is already typically covered, and the rest of the spice that's left over is usually just too crazy to work consistently in Go Battle League. But here's a team of 3. We got a setup. We're gonna do a set of battles live on stream and also upload this one to YouTube. I can't upload the other ones because I use music that doesn't get me copyrighted on Twitch, but then would get me copyrighted on YouTube. It's a whole complicated thing. All I know is I want to at least share one of these sets, and I've been doing really well with this team. So hopefully the set that I plan to share right now will go well, or YouTube may never see the light of day with this team. But I swear, if you look at the other sets, I've been doing well with it. So I'm just like, I'm just throwing it out there. But let's see what types of matchups we're going to run into here. We have a Galarian Stunfisk lead, which is not ideal because Dugong doesn't exactly win this. And we don't have a real hard counter for Galarian Stunfisk. But we do cover Azumarill really well with the entire team of 3. And I love Drapion's matchup up against Azumarill. One other thing to keep in mind about Drapion is that I'm running the moveset of Poison Sting as a quick move, and then Crunch and Sludge Bomb as charge moves. I've still slowly been debating between Crunch and Aqua Tail, just because like one's a little bit more baity and also can deal super effective damage against stuff like Galarian Stunfisks and whatnot. But then I like Crunch for like this situation because I get stab on it and I can throw it for some nice neutral damage against a Sableye. Now they're going for a charge move here. This could easily be a return. It is a return. I called the return, and I was in the middle of speaking. I was not counting, so thankfully they didn't try to bait me there because it would have worked. I'm also down 2 shields to 1 shield, and now down 2 shields to no shield, so there's usually a solid chance they're not going to bait when they have this kind of shield advantage because, who wants to give up their shields right away? So first battle, not off to an amazing start, but we'll see if we can pull through. You'll notice that with Poison Sting, Drapion is a bit spammy. These are some big charge moves between Crunch and Sludge Bomb, and they decided not to shield either of those moves. Fascinating play. I'm sure this will be an Earthquake. I don't know. I lost track of mud shots between the lead and this situation. But, no, it's only a Rock Slide. Some interesting plays being made here. I'm wondering what their last Pokemon's going to be because they have 2 shields on it. I'm worried it's going to be some, like, heavy fast move type damage. And since they have the 2 shields, I'm not going to be able to do anything about it. All right, I got one of the shields. That's hype. And we CMP tied, so Drapion wins CMP against Galarian Stunfisk. That's important information to hold on to. Rock Slide's going to come through, not take me out. Smart play undercharging it. I respect it. They're going to Mud Shot me down. I could swap out, but I want to keep things lined up a certain way. I think I'm going to actually come into Defenseoxys and take whatever charge move they decide to throw here while countering it down. Oh, I should have swapped faster. That was way too slow of a swap. I should have swapped way faster. I was not expecting a Tropius in the back. That was definitely not my expectation when I saw this team of 3, which honestly, Galarian Stunfisk, Sableye, and Tropius is a pretty common team, so I shouldn't really be that surprised by it, but I don't know. This should get a shield. Yep, it gets their shield. They're going to have to throw before, they can't farm me down here. I'll get to another one. Yep, those Ice Shards are doing a ton of damage. Can I pull this out with Defenseoxys? I think I Thunderbolt it and then try to counter down. I think that's my play. Thunderbolt. Oh, I have a ton of health. Let's not let that come through. Nice. How much health does that GFisk have? I completely forgot. YouTube viewers, please keep in mind I'm live in front of other people and also trying to make sure this battle goes well. I'm focusing on quite a few things at once. So I'm going to be very forgetful. But this GFisk is quite dead. So I think I can counter it down before it gets to another Earthquake. I think we just won this match, and I did not think it was going to go well at all. I don't really remember there being much of a positive situation at all throughout that entire match. Until they swapped the Tropius in, and I was able to line up my Dugong with it. That was definitely a great situation. Drapion came in pretty clutch, actually, with the Poison Sting quick move, spamming the crunches. So that also worked out. Wow, solid match. They also let Sableye die, which was probably a questionable play on their end. I should have looked up the stats. I know, wow, another Galarian Sunfisk lead. I know Poison Sting, obviously, it got buffed like a season or so ago. I don't know what it's comparable to as like another common move. Like, I don't know the exact stats on it. I just know it's better energy generation than it was before. And you can see that because, like, it doesn't take me that long to get to those crunches or sludge bombs. So we're going to play this out exactly how I played out the last one. We're going to... Is it really a Mudshot clone? Alright, so my Twitch chat just informed me. And it's pretty impressive, not going to lie. I really hope we get an Azu matchup. So we'll just play this out, like I said, how we did the last match. They decide to play into CMP twice. We'll let this next one come through. We'll take our shield disadvantage. Hopefully they don't swap out, because I don't like having shield disadvantage and then them swapping. That's the one issue with running a Dugong lead. But they seem to be staying in a bit. This will either get the Galarian... Yeah, thank you for the follow. Spoof police. We got the shield, so that's always hype. I'm wondering what they have in the back. I know I could definitely tank another Rock Slide, especially with the double debuff Icy Winds. Let's see what type of play Drapion's going to get in this match. I'm just confused because this lead is looking way better than I would have expected it to look. Like, am I gonna be able to... Oh, okay. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna win this. I was like, Dugong doesn't beat Galarian Sunfisk. That was way closer than I could have swore. I'm almost tempted. I know they're triple resisted because of the steel and ground typing, but I'm actually super tempted to come in with Drapion here and just build up some energy because of how low it is. This is a Drapion feature. This is a terrible idea. Oh my god. That took like 3 or 4 Poison Stings. That was triple resistant because of the steel ground typing. Your boy knows his typing. So, yo, thank you for the gifted subcap. Ooh, Pelipper. Okay, okay. Getting that energy is pretty clutch. I don't exactly have a good hard counter to my Drapion. And getting off these sludge bombs, they do a nice chunk. That's a respectable amount of damage. I wonder if they just go for Hurricane. Again, I got distracted by the gifted sub, so I wasn't exactly counting wing attacks. We're going to let this go through. Cap, thank you for another gifted sub. I appreciate you, man. Only a Weather Ball. Nice. We'll throw this Crunch. We'll over-tap, because what else is new? This should either get the shield or take out the Pelipper. And I'm wondering what their last Pokemon is in the back, since, you know, they decided to bring in Pelipper here. And they decided to shield it there. Ah, they have a Grass type, so you know. I'm just saying. Drapion was doing really well there. So we're going to let this first move come through. I'm trying to figure out my best plan of action here. This is only a Frenzy Plant. We can definitely tank it. I don't want to Thunderbolt this thing, do I? No, I'm going to go double Psycho Boost. This is one of those situations where that Rock Slide nerf is annoying because now I got to, like, figure out what my plan of action is. But, I think we're going to be okay here. I don't think that Pelipper has a bunch of energy. I know the Pelipper is low. I have a bit of residual energy here. And I'm pretty sure even double debuff, the Psycho Boost should be enough. And Defenseoxys closes this out, but not after Drapion, you know, threatening the Pelipper, getting the shields like I needed it to, and keeping that Meganium in the back. And we're off to a 2-0 set, 2-0 start to the set. I speak English, I swear. But I've actually become quite a fan of Drapion. This team definitely has its weaknesses. Our only real answer for fighters is Defenseoxys. And if, like, the fighter is a Scrafty, that's a bit more concerning. So if I see a fighter lead, which I'm probably about to speak into existence, I'll typically stay in. Okay, cool. We'll take an Umbreon lead. We don't mind Umbreon at all. This is just a pretty slow matchup. So let's see if this is going to be a timer one. I've actually, because of this team, and mostly because of Dugong's bulkiness, I typically always shield the first move, even a weak move coming from something like Umbreon. But the more and more I've been running Dugong, the more and more timed out matches I've been having in Great League, which you never really expect, but it's quite comical to run into. Especially when your opponent runs something bulky like an Umbreon. So, we'll just keep on spamming these Icy Winds. We won't shield anything else after this. I really hope they don't swap now, because it defeats the purpose of me shielding the first move, which, again, is a slight gamble. I don't even know if... Like, I still don't even know Dugong's matchups. This is, like, the first team I've ever put together using Dugong. And to talk about Dugong really briefly, in order to use it to have maximum success in Great League or Battle League, you need an Elite Fast TM and an Elite Charge TM so you can get the Legacy moves. Unless you just have an old Dugong from back in the day and you have the Legacy moves, you definitely want Ice Shard as the fast move, and you definitely want Icy Wind as a charge move. You could get Super Spicy and use another Elite TM to get Aqua Jet as the water charge move instead of Water Pulse, but Aqua Jet's not like the biggest upgrade to Water Pulse, and you're not really doing anything other than throwing constant Icy Wind spam whenever you use Dugong. But there we go. We won lead. We have a good chunk of health. We have a little bit of energy. We're down shields. So let's see what they decide to bring in, because they decided to keep shields. I wouldn't necessarily mind a fighter here, just because of the fact that then they'd be really weak to, alright, this is kind of a fighter. Let's say they'll be really weak to Charm if they run Umbreon with a fighter. So I guess this is their substitute for it. I don't mind this at all, because I'm going to debuff the heck out of it. I think I can get to a second one, unless they decide to throw a move. But if they commit just to a counter down, we should definitely be able to get off another one. Oh, nice. They played that really well. Kind of into CMP. I don't think Deoxys would win CMP against Dugong there. I think I was like just in the middle of finishing off that Icy Winds. Wow, and then they decided to debuff their own attack. What's my play here? They're almost definitely going to swap out. Maybe they have Azu. Let's just go straight. Okay. That's a weird looking Azu. But we take it. Okay. I'm wondering if like I just double bait here. I don't think even with double baiting, actually double baiting might have been a mistake. I might want to get the guaranteed shields. Ooh. See, that is also, okay, cool. That is also one slight issue with Drapion. It's nice that oh no, come on. Charm lag is such a problem! Oh my god, charm lag is terrible. Keep your composure, catch your breath. Oh, okay. The charm lag almost screwed the hell out of me, but it ended up benefiting me because I created a CMP tie. I guess we'll take that inadvertently. But yes, that's the issue a little bit with Drapion and with like Poison Sting not doing what was their last Pokemon? Oh, it was a Defense Deoxys. I misplayed. I should not have let them get off this Meteor Mash. That was definitely a huge misplay. On top of the fact they did a ton of charm damage to me. I was like debating going for a Psycho Boost. I was really caught off guard trying to explain my thought process on Drapion. It's nice that it has Poison Sting and Sludge Bomb, and it gets both shields and threatens Charmers, obviously. And not a lot of Pokemon really threaten Charmers with poison moves these days. But, yeah, I think I lose this now. But the issue here is... yeah, I definitely lose this. That's unfortunate. The issue with it is that it's a Poison Dark type, and it takes neutral damage from those Charms. This is also one of those situations where I probably would love to have Rock Slide, because then I could play this into a CMP tie and potentially win. Well, I mean, I guess they just go Psycho Boost. But then again, then I would just go Rock Slide, Psycho Boost. Can I counter them down before they get to it? We take those! We take those! We take those! That was a stressful match. I think I actually threw. I think I could have won that match. I let that Clefable get off way too many charms before I decided to throw my Thunderbolt. Then again, at the same time, my Thunderbolt didn't exactly take it out. And I probably would have committed to a counter down. So it would have ended up surviving and getting off a move regardless. So maybe I didn't really throw, technically speaking. But thankfully, it ended up being a tie. So we'll take that. Okay, a Mew lead. I haven't really run into too many Mew leads. Obviously, I don't want to get wild charged here. Let's see how they decide they want to play it. Do they build up to one wild charge, throw it in dip? I know I could survive one, but like, let's preserve. Ooh, Grass Knot. Interesting. Okay, cool. We don't mind that. Nice shields. We don't want to take that super effective damage. I actually think because it's Grass Knot, and the fact that Grass Knot's a little bit more energy than Wild Charge on Mew, this ends up being a positive situation for us. But we'll find out relatively soon as we play it out. Because I could definitely survive one, especially debuffed. Oh, wow, what a swap. What a swap. But we don't mind the swap, because again, like I said, this team of 3 does really well against Azu. Let me know in your experience, maybe it's because I'm running this team, but I've actually not been seeing as many Azus these days. So, I've definitely been seeing my fair share of GFisks. Let me know if you've been seeing a bunch of AZUMARILLs all over the place. Now, we're going to do something a little fun here. If they have Hydro Pump, that's a bit of a problem, but we did debuff them. So, we should survive the bubbles and the Hydro Pump after. But we might get a little risky. Just a little risky. See how thick that Azu's looking right now? With this amount of health that has left, that's a bit bigger of a red bar than you'd prefer. It is Hydro Pump, but because it's debuffed, I survive. Oh, this is way too risky, right? Oh, look at that! A Poison Sting down! How many Pokemon can farm an AZUMARILL down like that? How many? How many? Not too many Pokemon that are this spicy can do something along those lines. Oh, I wanted to get off that second crunch, though. I'm salty I didn't get off that second crunch. But it's okay, we got the first crunch. And we'll deal a bunch of counter damage to the Skarmory. I think we're sitting in an alright spot. I know that Mew definitely still has like a Grass Knot on it. I think they Brave Bird and dip. Oh, look at the calls. Look at the calls I'm making. Beautiful play. A beautiful call on my end. They got a shield unless they want it to die. Let's actually just swap out. Like I said, they do have the... might not be in the best spot here, actually. They do have a Grass Knot. Calling the Brave Bird was still huge. Okay, I survive a Grass Knot. That's big. No, no! Come on, game! Bro! I apologize to everybody watching, whether you're live on Twitch or watching through the YouTube video. But if I have any more lag, that potentially costs me a match. I'm going to flip out. Okay, they're going to have to get off 2 moves here. I think I just go Psycho Boost, even though it's resisted. It's going to be a play. Oh, okay. We survived the Grass Knot. I'm still going Psycho Boost here. I know it's resisted, but Mew's glassy. Mew's glassy. And that's a positive set. Beautiful. This set has gone pretty well. I've showcased Drapion. I showcased it against Azu. I've put it into some interesting situations. I haven't been facing very positive leads. I do fall in love with this team more and more and more. I just really need to figure out a way to deal with fighter leads. And the way like I said, I've been dealing with it is just kind of staying in with Dugong and taking that L. And I've been able to still flip matches even after losing to a fighter lead and win the match, but it's still been happening in earlier ranked battles. So it's not a complete answer. But outside of that, I think we have enough against GFisk. I think this team might... Oh, here's a fighter lead. Let's see how I'm able to play it out. But I think this team might have just enough to be considered spice with the Drapion love, but also meta enough to work. We shall find out. Now, Medicham is probably the best fighter that we want to run into here, because most of the time it's not running a fighting charge move unless they're going pup, but a lot of the times these Medicham's running Ice Punch Psychic, and... Ooh, I even snuck through an Ice Shard there. So I will shield. Hopefully we'll not get baited. Hopefully they'll just go straight Psychic because of how thick Dugong is. Beautiful. You love to see it. So I'm pretty confident we still lose this because it's XL, and obviously because, you know, counters are super effective and all that jazz. But we do... This is a relatively close matchup regardless. So this is a fire lead. I definitely don't mind. We get a shield. We play out the full 1 shield. We let them get to this next Psychic. Okay, cool. They might actually just go Ice Punch here so they can counter farm me down. That'd be a really smart play. Unless it just does so little damage. Okay, they did that. Oh my god, it does so little damage. That did so little damage because of the debuffs. That wasn't as smart of a play as I thought it was going to be. That works out in my favor, though. I'm not going to complain. That Ice Punch literally did nothing. You love to see it. Wow, we actually just beat a Medicham lead. So, I guess Scratch Fighters being a weakness. Oh no. Hex me down already. Okay. If we're going to run into this thing anywhere, this Jellicent, respect to the grind, because female Jellicents are spawning in the wild. Just a heads up in case anybody did not know. Hopefully they don't have Ice Beam. Hopefully this is just Shadow Ball, Bubble Beam, but we're going to find out right now. Okay, cool. We take Bubble Beam. No problem. And that means the other move is most definitely Shadow Ball. So we don't mind that matchup here. We just need to keep this matchup close enough so that Drapion can finish it off in a nice, clean fashion. This will be an Earthquake. I don't mind that. I don't want to commit to Defense Deoxys here. The commitment has to go to Drapion. So I'm going to Psycho Boost here now. They're getting relatively close to the Rock Slide. So I'm going to want to throw a Crunch, but I'm going to want to overfarm a little bit also. So I need the Crunch to take out the GFisk when Drapion comes back in. And then, obviously, I need to have some residual energy so I can spam the Crunches against the Jellicent. Okay, we have it relatively low. I don't know how much more they're going to farm. This is definitely a Rock Slide. Should take me out. I don't know how much they overfarmed. Like, oh, no, that's not great. Oh, and I can't get that Psycho Boost off. I'm going to just throw this Crunch. I should win CMP. And I don't want to have to shield anything unless they decide to shield. Then I will shield probably a Rock Slide bait because there's no way I'm going to take the chance of getting Earthquaked here. Oh, they swapped. Okay. I'm not shielding anything coming from this Jellicent, but what they're probably going to do is Bubble Beam spam me. I'd rather save my shield for potential Rock Slide coming from the... Oh, that Shadow Ball actually does way more than I prefer. I actually thought I was going to do less. I much prefer to save the shield for a potential Rock Slide from the Drapion. If I can get off this next Crunch. Okay. I don't think they're going to be able to get off 2 Rock Slides before I'm able to get off my next Crunch and clutch this with Drapion. I'm pretty sure. We're going to find out. I'm pretty sure. I know they definitely overfarmed before, but I don't think they overfarmed enough. Come on, Drapion, please. Make for a beautiful video, please. And it's a beautiful video. And that is GG's. And that is a 4-1 set with Drapion on the team of 3. And we just won the fighter lead. Now, my opponent, again, didn't exactly play the fighter lead out beautifully. And that's not the worst fighter to run into. And Cap, thank you so much for another gifted sub to Momita. I appreciate that a lot. But we still played out of it, and we still played it really well. And that is Drapion in some Great League Go Battle League battles. And I think it has... Oh, I went 4-0-1. I didn't even go 4-1. I forgot that was a tie. I didn't lose a single match. I think because those were some fairly competitive battles. I was in some good situations. There weren't too many big misplays other than that last match with the Metacham Ice Punch at the end. They should have gone Psychic and taken the win and the lead. But overall... team went really well. And like I said, I've used, other than that Shadow Armaldo set, I have used this team. So 41 wins out of 55 battles. I mean, we could do the math. What was my set with Shadow Armaldo? It was a 4-1, so it was a 37. Wait, what did I just say? How many wins is this? 41 and 14. So 41 and 14, 37. I'm 37 and 13. 37 and 13 with Drapion. I've done all my sets with this team right now. And again, this is still beginning of the season battles. So obviously, some of the opponents I've been facing have skill-wise and team comp-wise been all over the place. But I think this set shows that Drapion definitely has potential. And, you know, if you really want a good Azu counter, you saw what it could do. You saw what it could do. There might still be a flip of a coin between running Crunch as a charge move or Aqua Tail, but you definitely want Sludge Bomb on it. And if you're looking for some new spice to mess around with, I definitely recommend adding Drapion to the list of potential picks to test out in some Great League Go Battle League battles. Now, let's claim our rank rewards and get some rank 8 hype in here. You'll love to see it. Very exciting stuff. Rank 8, baby. Oh, yeah, worked real hard for it. But, I mean, the battles have been fun. I'm really excited for the beginning of the new season. And on that note, let me know what you thought of the battles. As always, please comment below how your battles have been going, what meta teams you've been working with. And again, if you want to submit me some battles, whether it be with a meta team or with a spice team, in the link in the description of this YouTube video, highly recommend you go to my submissions there. I would love to do some more shoutcasts. I'm going to continue playing around with this Dugong Deoxys Drapion team and continue to see how legit it is. But overall, it's definitely been a lot of fun to use. And as much as I want to do really well in Season 7, I want to spice things up a bit. I want to find that comfortable balance between spice and competition and still winning. But yeah, on that note, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always, and I will see you all in the next video.